Hi, I'm Steve Apollo, and here I am doing kind of what I normally do, which is teach class. But boy, what a special kind of class this is. You can see we're in a virtual reality space, and there's a whole bunch of people here with me. So I'm at home on my desktop. Let me just show you what I look like. So I'm going to turn the camera to me. Well, there I am, and you can see I'm lip synced. And I'm doing gesture, and that's all because it's being done through my voice because I'm just sitting at a desktop. But if I was like Jeremy who's here, and I came with a full VR system, well then my gesture would be controlled by the controllers and stuff. So it's amazing we can do people just coming in on their regular computer as well as full VR. So let me flick back around again. There I am. And boy, we have a whole bunch of people here. Let me just, before I maybe talk to some people, let's just see that this is literally my class. So you can see I have my slide set behind me, so that's what everyone's looking at, although I can see it in the back of the room. And in fact, it's been set up by the gang here where I have my own podium and I could look down and read. So that's amazing. In fact, in a 3D or VR world, we would call that a texture map. So imagine then you could texture map any surface or all surfaces with these dynamic textures. These are not just static textures. These are actually going out to a server. Anything I can do on a computer or on the web, I can do here. In fact, I'm in Google Slides, so I'm going to show you my slides. And you can see it's welcome to my IAT 445 class that I'm going to be teaching. In fact, probably my students are watching this. Hi, students. Um, and I'm going to talk about VR and AR and the history of things. And sure enough, I could be playing movies just as easy as anything else. In fact, I just started a movie there. So there you see. So anything I could do on a computer on the web, I can actually now do on any surface in here. So this was set up. So let me go back to my slide set, and you can see I can keep moving through it. Interestingly, oops, there I go. There's a whole bunch of folks here. So hi Mihei, how you doing?
Hi.
So Mihei was my
I'm
TA.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. She was my TA for 445 years back, and now she's helping Jeremy, who's over here. Hi Jeremy.
Hey, how's it going, Steve?
Jeremy's going to teach an entire class, the COGS 100, so a cognitive science class, with this. And I hope to follow him a little bit, and we hope to break new ground, really show how great this world is. So he's going to teach his entire course in VR. So he's got a VR headset on right now. We don't see him like that. And yeah, that's really the way Jeremy looks. And you can see, unlike me, he can control his hands much more significantly. So what does this? Well, there are several VR worlds. This one is called Tivoli Cloud, and it's quite amazing. I'm so impressed. So I'm literally just talking and moving my fingers back and forth, and I control everything. And we can see we have a number of the developers and Caitlin here. So maybe I'll just step out and come over here so you can see I can completely navigate wherever I want to. So Caitlin, could you just talk about Tivoli Cloud for a bit?
Sure. Yeah. Tivoli Cloud is a multi-user virtual reality platform. It's very next generation, meaning it's not just a game engine. This is a platform that was written from the ground up to handle hundreds of people in the same space at the same time with subtle attenuated audio, um, fully functional media surfaces, and just everything you'd need to have subtle, nuanced human communication. So it's really lovely that you're using Tivoli, and we're so honored to have you and Jeremy
Did you see the
from
voice
SFU.
attenuation? So when I moved forward, she was louder, and then I moved back. Now that's a huge deal, especially when she's talking about hundreds of people. And in fact, I always like to test that because the terrible thing about Zoom, for instance, is what we call pass the mic, which is really one person talks at a time. You could have others, but and that's like being on stage, and a lot of students don't like that. They have to, So when I say, does anyone have any issues? No one wants to say them in front of the class. And remember, everyone's looking at the face. But here, and this is the amazing thing, which is about human connection, is I could be over here with with Mihei, and if we were in a bigger space and we walked away, well, with voice attenuation, we could kind of hear that people were having fun in the distance, but we're actually having our own private conversation. So, Mihei, what's the deal with Jeremy's purple hair? Did you do that or did he do that? Right. So that's the amazing thing. In fact, that's what talk is about, right? That in fact the
Yeah.
reason people go to
Actually,
parties.
Nice to
Yeah,
have
go
people
ahead.
here.
yeah. Steve, actually there Caitlin, she set up a room in the back. If you look behind you, there's a lounge that we can go into and talk, and the audio doesn't come out
Oh,
to this side of the room.
oh, you mean over here?
It's over
Over
here, yeah.
there?
It's over
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
out here.
yeah. Over there,
You know,
yeah,
you
where
You
can
want
have
to
a
Jeremy
whole
go
was.
over?
conversation with me now.
Let's go over.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about everyone else, you can talk to me in confidence now. Although they can
Oh,
probably still
great.
hear you
Uh,
because we're loud.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
I
this is
haven't set
great,
up the
Jeremy.
attenuation zone yet, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
you'll still hear
So
Yeah.
this
them.
is amazing. By the way, these are all. I'm going to come back just so we don't everyone. That's great. So you notice I can navigate around, so you can see all this social spacing stuff is really worked out. It's quite wonderful. So it really will herald in an interesting time. And remember where we are with COVID and lockdown. So we're talking about training people and classrooms and fun times and waiting lobbies for getting to see a doctor and all that kind of stuff. Jeremy, tell us a little bit about what you're doing in your class.
Well, Steve, I'm lecturing on Cognitive Science 100. I have two sections of 100 students each, and I'm just using a traditional lecture format. So this classroom is perfect for that purpose. So I can just scroll through my slides. I can also play YouTubes when needed. I can even go to the official university's webpage to go over administrative stuff. I can do all this with ease using the podium controller and or the actual big screen controller there. Plus, I have a view, and you can probably see this as well. I have a view of the same kind of slides or interface at the very back, which helps me to prompt me for any kind of lecture content I wish to deliver. So that helps. You know, you wouldn't normally in the real world have a screen that big uh, to refer to. We usually have small TV screens for that kind of monitoring or teleprompting. So, you know, it's really a perfect space for this, especially under COVID lockdown. That's pretty much correct. Yeah, I mean, by virtual reality, it's not the immersive VR. It's more just the virtual world that you can look at it on the desktop computer. Yeah,
Right.
but
Jer-
yes,
Jeremy is more specific to know full VR is really important. I'm still like a desktop guy. I just wanted you to notice when Jeremy's talking how way different it is when I'm talking, right? So they've done a great job, and I'm just showing myself at the moment of just talking. It seems pretty realistic, but I'm not really blinking in that moment. I would like to nod, but I might have to hit a button to nod and all that, and what my hands do or what my hands do. So this pointing and things. But with Jeremy, I'm back at you now. Jeremy is nodding because he's excited and that's what he's doing, and Jeremy is vamping because he's a good vamper too. That's great. Any last words from anyone? I'm actually just recording this, and maybe I would like to show it to people. And in fact, my class, and maybe my class could help out in this space as well too. It's really amazing stuff. Well, I should stop here. I think the only other quick thing I wanted to mention is one, this is open source and free, so anyone can come into Tivoli Cloud. And if you're in my class, I'd love you to just go up on the web and click on it and go. And two, and something I'm quite proud of, even though I did nothing for it, but this woman in the middle here did. This is a female-run company, which is just really exciting to see technology companies that are completely female-run. And I tend to think when you kind of go, wow, this was done well. Why is that? It's like, well, because females did it, not us stupid guys. And that really comes through. Anyway, thanks everybody. We haven't worked out eating and drinking yet, but we're getting there. And
Oh,
that,
drinking works.
and thank you
Drinking
again,
works.
Caitlin, for.
0.3 liter bottles.
Oh, there you go. And
yeah,
thank
good
you,
those now.
Caitlin, again
Thank
for
you.
allowing Jeremy and I to actually to use it. Again, it's we're. I'll just finish that. We're really concerned about students and burnout and being alone and all that stuff. And this, if we can help pioneer that this is a way for other teachers to be doing things, it's really kind of good for the world, and we're really excited by it. So thank you again, Caitlin.
Yeah, thank you so much, Caitlin
Thank you guys.
and
It's
Christina
our
and Mackie
privilege.
and also Mihei.
Aw.